Hello friends, welcome to Saral Trader. Let's do our end of the day review. So we'll start with S&P 500 daily charts. And on the daily charts, as we are already in a downtrend, and there were multiple attempts, and we were getting resisted at the pivot level 1. Today there was a breakdown, and we have been taken out the previous day close for last 2 days, and we closed. There is seems to be some support coming in here. However, we'll see the downtrend seems to be getting serious, and if we close tomorrow, we break these levels, then we will this downtrend will further strengthen. There were multiple attempts. If you look at the 2 hour chart, you will see that there is a breakdown of the structure in the sense that first of all we came down. There was a heavy selling from the top. There was a first attempt. We took resistance at pivot level 1, Saral pivot 1. Then there was another attempt. We made a lower low. And today we have just crossed, just closed very close to the previous support. If this support breaks tomorrow, we might see a heavy selling coming in, taking us further down to 3750, 3700 kind of levels. That's on the time frame. And if you look at the index heavyweight Apple, which was barely holding on to its support for last multiple days, as I was telling you in previous videos, this support is finally taken out, and it has been taken out pretty decently. 128, the level I told you, we closed below 126. Now this is definitely complete breach of the level, and now we need to be cautious. If there are any long positions that you are holding, you should completely hedge them. I have a long position that is completely hedged, as I told you earlier. The options are now almost at zero point 0.9 delta, so I will keep it for some time and see. I have enough time. These are March expiry puts, so I am not worried. I will see. And also on Tesla, if you see, Tesla, as I told you, is completely in a massive downtrend. And today there was some respite. There was some oversold buying which came in, technical buying, short covering maybe, or fresh shorts have been formed. We don't know, but this is in a complete downtrend, and it's looking bad. Now let's see what happens. There might be a touch of pivot level 1 generally. Sometimes if heavy buying comes in, there might be a touch of pivot level 2 also. However, we should not, anyone who is interested in buying Tesla should apply mind and buy it only when it stabilizes above pivot level 2. Now, the BBD, the Banco Bradesco stock, this is the Brazilian largest bank, second largest bank. Um, Today, we got filled here. I had an idea, I had a buy order placed. And today there was another 5% up move, and we are slowly settling above the pivot level 2. And now more buying should follow through. There might be an attempt in some days to touch to 326 pivot level 2, and pivot level 3. Let's see how this goes. And I have a position here. I have not given it to my subscribers. I am waiting. Today we took out some profits on 10 years treasury yield futures. These are the treasury yield charts. We entered around very clear signal. Today we were 5% up. We took out 50% position, and remaining 50% position we have trailed the stop loss, and we will sail the trend. New Zealand dollar, Kiwi dollar, we have a short position in cash. Um, it is kind of retracing to the upside. Let's see how it goes. We initiated a long position in Dominion today, and this is a utility company. The thesis is technically it's looking good, and also this is a dividend playing safe stock, so there should be more buying coming in. Let's see how this goes here. Let's look at the chart of Russell 2000 futures. So Russell 2000 futures, again, very similar to S&P 500, but slightly different. The sharp correction that came in, at this level is getting further strengthened. There was an attempt, this failed attempt, and now we might see a downward towards 1700 kind of a chart. Very similar structure. I don't have a position in it. I will scalping it, but I will be very cautious now with this. If you have to initiate a long position, it has to be on a very, very hedged position, and also it should be on a confirmed signal. Let's look at the charts of our short positions, KMB. Now today in KMB, which is Kimberly Clark, there was a signal that came in on the long side. I told you this is my stop loss. If this level is taken, I will be moving out of the stock. This level was not challenged. Heavy selling has come in. We have closed below the pivot level 2. Let's see. I think there should be more follow-up selling coming in. And the first target will be the pivot level 3. Surrey pivot 3. Another short position is in Mondelez. These are all consumer stock guys, heavyweights in Dow, I believe. The same kind of a structure, an attempt on the upside and a breakdown. This is a structure which is kind of a bullish, bearish engulfing, and we might chop around for a couple of days here, and then we might make a move over toward pivot level 3. Short position Pfizer looking good today. It's get further downtrend is getting strengthened, and we might see more selling coming in some days, hopefully. Nothing is guaranteed in this particular setup. Some people have asked me to look at Nvidia again, is in a downtrend which started somewhere here. Very similar structure. These are all index stocks. Let's look at the stocks in the oil sector, PSX, where we have a short position. So typically, when a downtrend starts, the downtrend will come, touch pivot level 3. We will chop around for some days, maybe week or two on the sideways, and then there is an attempt, and again there is. So this structure tells me that there is a possibility that we may see further downside below. Oil is very politically active commodity. You don't know, there are sovereign nations involved into it, so it's very difficult to predict. But this structure is bearish. I'm still holding my bearish. I converted my bearish 50% puts to spread, so my risk is very minimized, and I also took 50% profit out, and I also shorted it in cash, so I'm pretty much out. um, there is no new net no long position except Dominion that I see right now. I If you want to get any news about any of the stocks, do let me know. And we have covered Apple and wheat. Yeah, wheat was pretty good today. Wheat, we have a long position, as you know. This position is sailing well. I'm very bullish here. There will be some resistance coming in at this level, and already we are seeing some resistance. But my view is that we will see a touch of the pivot level 3, which is 816. My position is completely hedged. Guys, if you want to initiate a position, you can buy micro futures or the ETF wheat, and please ensure that you follow stop loss. A stop loss will be our close below, at this point of time, below 749. Now we can look at the chart of gold futures. Again, lot it is continuously trading above the pivot level 2, and it has again made an attempt to go up. Bulls took it up, but they are finding resistance, heavy selling coming in, and we are again, we have sold off today, but there is a very strong, I would say this is looking very coordinated. If you see it on the smaller time frames, say 4 hours or maybe 2 hours, you see on 2 hours, whenever it comes to this pivot level 2, there is buying coming in, and when it reaches a level, again selling comes in. This is one, two, three, third attempt, and even earlier, so this is looking very coordinated. I think either some big institution, or maybe institution or somebody is accumulating gold, in a big manner, or maybe distributing it. You don't know. We will know only when there is a breakdown or breakout. So we'll wait for it. I have a short position in this using micro futures. We can quickly look at crude oil if we have not looked at. So crude oil, again, there is a downtrend continuing. In a downtrend, we are currently in a bear market move, and right now the, it is in a sell signal. However, we are trading our pivot 1 and 2. We should not take this, avoid this signal. And even on 2 hour chart, this is 4 hours. Even on 2 hour charts, it is kind of sailing down. So avoid. I will avoid this kind of position. We will wait, and let's look at ES, what it is doing post market and on the smaller time frames. Guys, I shared my pivot Saral levels which are based on VIX regression. Now VIX regression is primarily based is you all know that VIX is primarily the level of measure of volatility. So primarily it's measured based on the amount of premium being paid to buy S&P 500 puts. It can be the SPX, it can be SPY puts, and that gives you a number as to where the bulls and bears are thinking and how much premium they are willing to pay to hedge their risk. Based on that, there is a strong correlation between price movement and the VIX levels mostly. So this VIX level, that these VIX regression levels that we gave for intraday is our proprietary method, and I gave a level of 3812 as a stop loss today. And if you look at the price action today, what happened here on a smaller time frame was that we came very close to 3812, which is we made a low of 3813.25, and we had a massive retracement of 30 points intraday, which is a big move. And then, if you see the second pivot level was 3829 and the stop loss was 3812. So these levels pretty much work very accurately. We sold off later and we closed below 3812 our stop loss, but these levels pretty much worked very well. VIX levels that we provide have 70% probability of success. So you can use, I generally use them for intraday trading whenever I'm doing intraday. I generally don't, but I use them for intraday trading. Guys, our live feed is active every day from 7 a.m. Pacific Central Time to 4 p.m. EST Central Time. So whenever if you want, we have our intraday and positional setups live, and you can join us every day, and we can take it up from there. You can subscribe to our channel by clicking on the this particular button, and we'll take it up from there. Thank you guys. Have a nice day ahead. Bye bye.